Hey everybody! I made it live on this Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Yes, we still are dealing with a little bit of the echo, but it's all good. How y'all doing? I wanted to come on, and actually I was not sure whether I wanted to make this like a recorded video or do it live, but I decided, oh, let me just go ahead and do it live. That way it can get out sooner for you guys. Let me adjust this camera and get all up close and personal with y'all. So yes, I wanted to make a quick video just sharing about my speed dating experience, and this is going to be going into my playlist all about thriving in your single season. So that's exciting because I don't think I've actually done a video in that series in a while. So if you have been thinking about going speed dating or just trying something new, hey, it's a new year. I just went on a speed dating event like last week. So I am going to be giving you all the info, okay? And just kind of my best practices, best tips, all that jazz from what I know since I'm not gonna lie, I've been on a couple of different speed dating events and I've learned quite a bit. So I will say the first thing that I want to share, if anybody is thinking about doing it, absolutely go ahead and do it. If you are single, whether you've been single for a while or you're newly single or whatever the case may be, go ahead and give it a try. I think I made a video all about online dating and how I'm so over it. So, you know, if you are in that same boat and you're like, girl, I cannot deal with meeting another guy on one of these apps, or I'm just so over the online dating thing, absolutely, definitely try speed dating. If for nothing else, especially if you haven't really like dated a whole lot, it really does help you to just kind of polish up your people skills and, you know, just those skills, those soft skills, right? Of just being able to go out, meet a man and engage in a conversation and, you know, flirting. Like, you know, you're meeting so many different people in such a short period of time. You know, you're kind of, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a test, or not really. I don't want to say test. Actually, I take that back. I wouldn't say a test, but it's kind of like the pressure can feel like it's on, right? Because you only have like a couple of minutes to get to know this person well enough to see if you like them enough to even like write down on your little piece of paper that you're interested enough in them to actually exchange your information. So it can feel like a lot of pressure sometimes if it's like your first time. I noticed that a lot of men usually kind of go for like those same questions of like, okay, well, what do you do? You know, what do you like to do for fun? You know, they kind of start right off the bat with like all of those questions, right? Those like hard hitters. But I want to urge you not to go into interview mode, okay? You have a few minutes with this person to establish a connection. And like I mentioned before, we're working on people skills. We're working on those soft skills that you know, work on and really learn to develop when you are actively dating. So speed dating is a really good stepping stone if you're kind of just getting into the dating world again, or maybe you took a break and you're kind of getting back into it, or you're just looking for a new way to put yourself out there. It's really great. So being able to like sit at a table with someone, you know, and have establish a connection in a short period of time. This is a lost art. And I have to say, and especially, I mean, you already know on this channel, we talk about all things, you know, feminine essence, feminine energy. This is a channel that is for the women. So y'all know I'm here for y'all. And I have to say, this is something that women just naturally, we've always been very good at. we own the domain of relationships, always have. Okay, so when it comes to flirting, when it comes to those soft skills, when it comes to, making people feel comfortable in your presence, those are things that are inside of you already. They're in you. It's intuitive. What you need to do is you need to get to that point where you're able to have that be easy for you. Okay, so you're gonna have to kind of like undo some societal programming, right? Some brainwashing, let go of some of those beliefs that society and all different types of uh, forces or people or institutions have kind of put inside of us that have changed us from our natural way of being, and get back to that, right? So even if this guy comes to your table because okay, first things first, I guess I probably should kind of go on a little bit of just a play-by-play of how speed dating usually works, right? Even though we're already 6 minutes into the video. But basically, if you've never been, this is how it all goes. You, as a lady, you will go and you will be assigned a table or a station, an area that is your area, right? Of course, you have your name, and everybody's identifier is their name, but you also usually have a number. And what ends up happening is, as a lady, you are seated in your seat at your table or at your area, and the men rotate around to all of the different women. So, and you have maybe like 5 to 7 minutes, and when the time is up, they rotate and you have a new guy coming to you. So usually they also give you like a scorecard or a piece of paper. That way you can kind of write down your thoughts, your notes about all the different men that you meet. And you get to say, okay, am I interested in them? Am I not interested in them? Whatever the case may be. And of course, they also have a card to where they're also making notes about all the women that they're meeting. In the events that I've been to, and I'm pretty sure this is across the board, they don't match you unless it's a mutual matching, meaning they like you, you like them. There you go. So, and you will be matched like via email, and then from that point on, you can exchange phone numbers and meet, go out for dinner or whatever you choose to do after that point. So I will say that, just because you get matches doesn't always mean that, they're going to equal out to, a perfect relationship, or not even a perfect relationship, or even just a relationship, or go further than a first date. It's literally just a way to meet people, just like all these other methods and things out here. So, including dating apps. It's just another way to kind of meet people. The thing that I like about speed dating is that, it kind of helps you to just kind of polish up those people skills, because the thing that I feel a lot of us are missing, not just women, but men also, and you'll kind of get to kind of see, you'll learn a lot about men the more that you date, and the more that you kind of start to learn about nonverbal communication, and just even kind of see how different men interact in a dating situation. And speed dating is like really interesting for that. So if for nothing else, it's a great experience. But and of course, you get to kind of, like I said, freshen up those soft skills. But I think that it's become a lost art. It's become something that a lot of us don't know how to do. We don't know how to sit at a bar and have a conversation anymore. Like, everybody's on their phones, or, you feel weird or you feel awkward, just like having small talk. I've heard people say before, like, oh, small talk. Oh, I hate small talk. Like, honey, like, there's no way to get to the big talk if you don't know how to do the small talk. You can't just jump into a serious conversation. And, I'm honestly, like, that has happened to me on speed dates, where of course, like, you only have a couple minutes, but you have these people just jumping into all of these like hard-hitting serious questions, and This is not that. I would say even on like a dating app, it may feel tempting to just kind of go in and like boom, 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 like go down your checklist and make sure that they're hitting all the marks. But people are not going to just immediately open up to you and tell you their true intentions upon the first meeting. They don't even know you. They don't even know if they like you. You know, the most thing that they probably would know is whether they find you attractive or not. But then, hey, that could go flying out the window if you say something crazy, right? So my go-to strategy for speed dates is I usually will just feel the person out by, just having a casual conversation, making a joke, usually asking them like, oh, okay, well, have you ever, done any of these things before, one of these things before, speed dates. And truly and honestly, I think as a woman, the easiest way to go about it is really just to kind of like feed off of the guy, whatever he is, on and whatever he's talking about, kind of go off of that and just let the conversation get organic. Another thing that I try to do is I try not to really like go give like straightforward answers all the time for like those go-to questions like, oh, what do you do? What do you like to do for fun? I even had one guy at the last event ask me if I can cook and what I know how to cook. And I was like, oh, all the good stuff. Peanut butter and jelly, cereal, like just have fun with it. Just be lighthearted. Just don't take it like too seriously. Just try to have fun. Try to like establish a connection. Just try to, just be genuine and just, be yourself. I hate to say be yourself because it's like sounds so generic, but just show your personality and kind of just let the conversation flow organically. A lot of the times people will ask like, hey, have you ever done anything like this before? Have you ever been speed dating before? And that's also a really good, conversation starter too. For me, I have. And I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Ladies, I'm going to tell you a secret right now. And if you made it this far in the video, then you get to tune in for the secret. A lot of these events you have to pay for, right? So I will tell you this. The first time I ever decided to do a speed dating was in 2020 during the pandemic when obviously nobody was meeting up for anything during the lockdowns and stuff. So it was actually a virtual speed dating. And it was on a Friday night, and I remember I was like, okay, it's like $20, whatever. What else am I doing? So I went ahead and bought the ticket and I did it. And after that, I kept getting, emails and invites and things like that from this. They're like a matchmaking company, speed dating. They do speed dating events all the time. Company, and I'm pretty sure they're nationwide in the US, and I think they're actually like a UK based company. This specific one that I continue to go to their events, there's several out there, so but once you go to one event, you are in their system. And I'll tell you this, what I've learned about speed dating events and even matchmaking is they are always in need of women. Always. So this is what ends up happening. They need women in their pool, right, of people, because a lot of men end up coming to these events, right? And they're paying to come to these events. And obviously, they need women to be there to be paired up with men. And a lot of the times, and I think that they do this dynamic on purpose, they always have one more man than they do available for, than women. So basically, if there's 8 women, they would have 9 guys. And there's usually like a break for the guys in the rotation then, because if you have 9 guys and you have 8 women, 8 of the guys are going to be on dates with one of the women, and then you have one kind of like off taking a break somewhere. I'm not sure if they do that on purpose or if it just naturally happens that way, but I'm pretty sure have noticed it like several times. Sometimes there are even 2 guys who are sitting out because there's just not enough women at these events. So one thing about these speed dating events, guys, is they're always in need of women. I did pay one time to go to the event, maybe even twice. I may have paid again to go to an in-person event once they started doing in-person events. But then after that, I started getting complimentary invites like all the time because they need women. And then this is not something that I even feel like a lot of women would like regularly be paying for, because as we know, women, if it's about getting a date, like you can get a date. Like it's not, I think it's different for men than it is for women. And men are more so like willing to kind of put that monetary investment into something like this, to be able to like have a chance to sit down with multiple women and like actually be face to face and have like a mini date with them. A lot of guys that, especially like, when we're talking about dynamics and things like that, a lot of guys are willing to put that monetary investment into something like that. Whereas women, it just doesn't mean as much to us to actually pay for something like this, because, you have a lot of, okay, if you look half decent and, you're not a total BI, you know what I mean, then you most likely have, guys, coming up to you or, asking you out on a regular to semi-regular basis, often enough to where you're like, it doesn't mean that much to me to pay 20, 25 bucks to go to a speed dating event. And these companies know that. So once you get in, I would say pay maybe once, maybe twice, space it out a little while. After that, cap it, and let them start inviting you complimentary. Because I have told people about this and they're like, really? Wow, you must be popular. No, I'm still single, so can't be. I mean, even if I am popular, I'm still attending these events. I don't know. So, I don't know. I wouldn't say unpopular. I would just say that's just the nature of this industry and these events. So definitely get into their system and allow them to invite you to complimentary events. I no longer pay for any type of speed dating events. I haven't since 2020, and I continue to go whenever they invite me complimentary. If I'm available. There have been a couple of times where, it's kind of like maybe the day before, and I get the email, and it's like, oh, well, I can't because I'm busy tomorrow. But usually, if I'm able to make it, I try to make it, because that is just a great way for you to kind of just keep something kind of going for yourself in your single season, just as an opportunity for you to just stay fresh, I guess, when it comes to, dating. And like I said, just, keeping yourself kind of fresh when it comes to meeting new people, and, how you approach new people, how you, show up, I guess, on a date. And, if you're somebody who maybe you're not actively dating as often, then, getting involved in something like this, and this is me speaking on myself, because at one point I was actively dating a lot, and, I've really calmed down, in my current life right now. I've just had so many other things going on, and a relationship is, and not even a relationship. So many things have changed for me, when it comes to just dating, relationships, my views, and how I'm approaching it now. And as I shared with you guys in previous videos, I'm no longer online dating. When I was online dating, I would say a lot more men that I was getting an opportunity to meet and date and blah, 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 blah. And that did serve a great purpose, because it taught me a lot, and I got a lot of experience dating multiple different people, and, just getting to know them, and actually, it not like it was going any further maybe than like a couple of dinners or lunches or something like that, but, just giving you that opportunity to just understand what it means to date. You know what I mean? And so I think like in my early to mid 20s, I got a lot of experience on that. And I'm grateful for that. And that was really, good and everything. That's not really something that I feel, is really beneficial to me right now. Like I said, guys, a lot has happened, a lot has changed, but Speed dating is something that I definitely would continue to do. I've had really great experiences with it, and I've also actually met some friends through speed dating. I met two girlfriends just basically going to an event, a speed dating event. We met, we talked about how we liked everything, and we ended up going out for drinks. And, ever since then, we've just been friends. We hang out from time to time. It's pretty great. So you just never know who you're going to meet. And, I think it's really important in our single season to just continue to put ourselves out there, try new things, put yourself in a new environment, because you just never know what could come out of it. Even if it is a date, even if it is meeting a new friend, even if it is meeting, the person that you're meant to spend the rest of your life with, you just never know. And so if you have been thinking about it, or if you're looking for a way to kind of just change things up with whatever you've been doing, when it comes to your dating, situation, in your, single season currently, definitely think about it. And ladies, there's absolutely no reason why you should have to pay for something like this when there's literally no need. I mean, these companies are looking for women to come to these events, and these are guys that I honestly have to say, like, the quality, I should say, the quality of the men that I'm meeting at any of these speed dating events, definitely, and I'm sure that they're also online as well, so I'm not saying you can't meet a quality man online, but I would say just that in person, being able to kind of like talk and catch the vibe of somebody, these are decent guys. Like, these are honestly these are decent guys. They're not riffraff. And especially, paying anywhere from like 25, 30, 20 to $30, to come out to an event. I mean, sure, it's not that much, but I would say that compared to like a free dating app, that kind of an investment for one night, I think it kind of does set the notch like a little bit higher, to where you are meeting a little bit better quality people, and you're meeting more people as well who are kind of more on a serious chapter, just a little bit, right? I mean, it's not like you're getting into matchmaking. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to share. I have never paid for matchmaking services, even though the company that I usually go with for the speed dating events offers matchmaking services. I think they have a package that's like $300 or something like that. I ain't paying for no matchmaking. Sorry, not sorry. But the interesting thing about that is, once you get into their system, right, through the speed dating, they actually start to try to match you up with their matchmaking clients, like men that are actually paying for the matchmaking package. You're just in their pool. You're in their pool of potential, women, basically, for all of their clients. So again, what reason would I need to have to pay a matchmaker when I'm literally able to get that service for free? So I have been matched with a couple of people just through the matchmaking service that they provide. So hey, go to an event or two, get in the system, just to diversify your, pool, right? And plus, if for nothing else, it's a great experience, and who knows? You just never know what could come out of it. So that is all for me today, guys. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I just wanted to come on and share that because that happened to me recently, and I don't know if a lot of ladies know about this, about kind of just ways that you can kind of get into speed dating or get kind of matchmaking services for free. So I wanted to come on and just share my experience and what I have sort of kind of been doing for the last year or two. And hopefully this was helpful to some of you. Stay encouraged and stay blessed, ladies. Love you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.